list. And yeah, I think we're looking good. Ida. Cool. Okay. Fantastic. Welcome everyone to tonight's Puzzle Rush. It's number 21, and it is the first anniversary, so it's just over a year since the first Midsummer Rush. So very exciting that we're still here, still going. Lots of familiar faces. Yeah. So thanks all so much for your continued support, continuing to show up and take part in the competitions. Fantastic to have you all here. Yeah, quick note about some technical things. Yep, so we're on the new system tonight. So I've been working hard to get the new website ready for today, as it's a special day. So hopefully I can see just about everyone's logged into the timer site. I can see a few people, maybe not. So Charlene, Emma, Kota, can maybe just have a quick look, see if you can see the timer. If so, then great. And again, yeah, it's the first day, so always possible to see a few. Brilliant. There's Ida, last person we're waiting for. Oh, fantastic! Always good to have help from a cat. Yep. So it's first day with a new system. So I'm fingers crossed everything's going to work perfectly, but you never know. So for whatever reason, if you have issues with the timer, if it doesn't start, if it doesn't stop, please don't worry about it and pop a message, a done message in the chat when you're finished. And in the same spirit, obviously the next set of competitions go on sale at 9:30. So after tonight's competition, I will be online watching what's going on, keeping an eye on things. But if you have any issues, drop me a message on Instagram or on WhatsApp. There's a link in the footer of the website. Just drop me a message and I'll help you out. Cool. Okay, I can see everyone's camera. Yeah, good evening. Okay, yeah, no worries, Charlene. Just saw your message. No worries at all. Just drop a message in the chat when you're done. Sorry, just need to mute someone. There we go. And welcome, Amelia, with us again. Fantastic to see you. And a friend, don't know if you want to introduce her.
Och ändå hackades som om jag vet inte vad. Jag får skita i mina hörlurar.
Ida, we can hear you at the moment. I'm not able to mute you, Ida. I don't know if you're able to mute yourself. I can normally mute people, but unfortunately.
Är helt frusna. Det händer inget när jag trycker ja.
När startade de sist?
Don't worry, we've got a couple of let's see if we can see your camera.
Well, we can be gammal.
Yeah, maybe frozen though. Okay, yeah, let's give Ida a couple of minutes to look at that.
Ja, det börjar ju nu. Jag har liksom tid att hålla på att starta om min dator.
Let's before we do that, to give Ida a couple of minutes, we'll do the Wheel of Fortune. Might be the last one, might have something else for next time. But for now, we'll do the Wheel of Fortune. Emma, congratulations. I shall be in touch about that. Okay, and yeah, welcome everyone out on YouTube. Fantastic to have you with us. I think we just need to give Ida a couple of minutes because we can actually everything Ida's saying is also going out on the stream as well, and I'm not able to mute her like I normally can. Okay, she's just dropped out, so we'll give her a couple of minutes to get back in, and then we'll make a start.
You can look at
Fantastic.
it's Luna.
It's Luna. Okay, yeah, great to have Luna with us tonight. I'm sure we'll see a few other cats and pets along the way tonight as well. Okay, that looks like Kiara's just made it in time. Evening, Kiara. We were slightly late starting, so you've made the start of it. Fantastic to have you here. There was just one person having a couple of technical difficulties, so we'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll make a start. Yeah, do go in and check the new competitions. A couple of exciting ones. So we've got a first kind of 1-day series. So four puzzles in 1 day, inspired by our recent experiences in Munich. Okay, I just got a message from Ida. Let me just check. Okay, so she's going to start a little bit late. Okay, in which case, if we have no more questions, I think we have a couple of new people with us tonight. So in a second, we will open the box. You'll have a couple of minutes to it's a bit different packaging tonight. So in this case, you'll have a chance to take the image out of the packaging, move everything around. I can see everyone's tables wonderfully. And yeah, we'll have a minute or so to get everything ready, and then we'll start. Okay, so please go ahead and open the box and see what we have tonight.
The most exciting moment.
I know you love this bit. Yep. So you can, if you open the packaging at the top, what you'll find is there's a card inside with the. You don't need to rip it. It will open nice and easily at the top, and inside there is a card with the full picture on. So feel free to take that out and have it ready for when we start. Yeah, it's maybe not the easiest one to. You don't need to rip anything, or it will open. It will open without ripping. But yeah, just open that kind of top section, and then you can pull the card out. I can see most of those in place.
Ooh.
Okay, let me just have a quick look around, make sure everyone's ready. I can see images, sorting trays. Fantastic. Okay, so we will do a countdown and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Puzzle, go, 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 go.
Okay, so this is it's a French brand. It's called Maison Joliette, and the puzzle is called Chill och Plouf, which I think means chill and splash. Very summery beach scene. Yep, so very fitting for this time of year and the weather we're currently having. Yeah, hi to people in the chat. We've got someone loving the cat, and SJ watching from happy birthday, celebrating your birthday, but checking in with the puzzling as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it from your loud restaurant. Yep, the image is up on the live stream for people to see. Yeah, it's a kind of a small French brand, not too many designs. But yeah, this one really spoke to me for a midsummer competition, and something really fun for today. Have you managed to find the picture, Amelia? Oh, fantastic! Very. Mhm.
what's that word? I'm trying to think.
Pastel?
Like pastel? Yeah, that one. So that's very interesting. I'm personally not very good at those colors. Usually they just blend into my eyes. I'm just like, what is going on? But does this brand also? Yeah, I can see they have like a different shape pieces, not just the
Yeah.
regular one.
No, yeah, it's yeah, variety of shapes. It's nice quality. Slightly on the glossier side. I was having a look earlier. It's a while since I did it, but it's slightly on the glossy side of pieces. But yeah, really nice fit. And yeah, really nice puzzle. There's kind of some fairly distinct sections. You've got a kind of pick and place section. I was going to say at the top, but really it doesn't matter which way around you do this, whether you want to do it portrait or landscape, or yeah, it really doesn't make very much difference here at all. And then
Yeah.
the kind of watery section is a lot more kind of a lot more based on shape work and following those lines.
Yeah, I have to say, I also do like the bag. It feels like it kind of fits the theme in a way that's easy puzzle bag to take, for example, to actually, if you go to the beach or a picnic, rather than traditional box. It didn't look too big, so that's really good.
Yeah, it's really nice and different packaging. I haven't really seen it. I'm not sure I've seen anyone do the same kind of thing. So it's yeah, really nice to see something different. Okay, right. Let's start our round of people. So we have 31. I think there was meant to be 31, possibly a couple of people who weren't able to make it. Oh yes, and then Ida who had a bit of trouble getting in.
All right, we have some international presentation here.
We do, yeah. Good to see some Puzzle Guzzle representation. We've got Aaron there, yeah, at the round table. Great to have you with us again, and looking forward to yeah, Aaron coming over as part of the UK team for the marathon in August.
Cool.
And of course we have yeah, the unicorns with us as well. Fantastic to have you back, Anime. And we have Britta. So
Yeah, and you can get a lot of blue pieces, but as said, more like pastel in a way. That round table is very tricky. I find it extremely hard to work on round tables because I just feel like because of the shape of the table, the pieces just are further away all the time. And I'm not sure how to utilize the space always without pushing the puzzle too far away.
Yeah, no,
So
I know exactly what you mean. I've had have to do a couple of the EJJs and things in places with round tables, and it's like you say, it always feels like you're stretching a lot more than with normal tables.
But maybe it works well for a circle puzzle. Because then on the other hand, circle puzzle on a normal table is also very tricky because it leaves those annoying corners for the space.
Yeah, so you can see some edges sorted out. I think the blue section, the watery section, probably the easiest to sort out and to get the pieces together, but probably the most difficult in terms of putting it together. So it's going to be interesting to see whether anyone decides to start with the watery section, or
it definitely had some lines in it, but I still think it's definitely not the first choice to start with. Maybe the edges, but I would probably even leave those for later. Is there false fits in this brand, or how did you like the feel when you did it?
I don't think so. It's quite a while since I did it, but I don't remember any kind of significant. I don't remember that being a problem at all. They're really nice quality. But I definitely did leave the water to last. There was I had lots of islands. I think those umbrellas, the top of those umbrellas stick out really well with the kind of triangle shapes. There's some sections that are repeated, so there's a some of the towels, there's 2 or 3 towels of the same size, so it's not always easy to pick out which go with which. But yeah, certainly I worked on the beach section before the water section.
Yeah, I think also with the beach towels, the why they might be a bit trickier than you could expect. I think those pieces are rather easy to find, especially so there's like some darker blue, almost black ones, but because the people are laying in the middle of the towel, so it almost creates this same thing that we have sometimes when we have like circle or round items on a puzzle, that they don't actually connect up. You also have the middle part of it, so you don't know, does it go the above or like below or what direction.
Yeah, and there's lots of very similar looking legs on those towels as well. And I think there may be a tricky bit when lots of the islands are done, those kind of that you are left with a few kind of pure sandy coloured pieces. I seem to remember that being slightly tricky, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how different the strategies are.
Yeah, there is actually one thing that doesn't repeat anywhere else. Guess what it is?
The flamingo?
No, I mean, no, that's not what I meant. It's about the umbrellas. There's one umbrella that it doesn't stand out, but it's the only thing there is.
The grey, talking about the grey one.
Yeah, I think it's white, but if you say it's grey, then it's grey.
Yeah, and I know we've heard you talk about before about those kind of those sections that maybe don't stand out from colour wise, the kind of dark sections, the black sections, that maybe aren't the first thing that draw your eye, but are sometimes kind of quite easy to sort out.
Yeah, definitely. And even for me, I only notice it now, and I've been looking at this image for quite good, like 10 minutes. So yeah, it always surprises me. I was feeling very proud of myself when I actually noticed the black things on this puzzle, and I was like, ooh, I'm so good at this these days. I no longer have this color bias. And now I'm like, gosh, there's also this white thing.
Cool. Yeah, on screen now we have Chiara joining us again. Looking good. Kind of looks to be working on some of those center island sections. We have Charlene from Switzerland, who runs the Puzzly competitions in Switzerland. I was lucky enough to join one of those last week, which was a fantastic competition and a real skill that I realised I need to work on. So that was a choice of three Gibson's puzzles, and only afterwards I realised I made entirely the wrong choice and picked the slowest one. So I think that was really interesting to see. That's something I just couldn't tell in a rush which was going to be the quickest of the 3 puzzles. But yeah, really fun competition.
Red table is very interesting, and I think actually for this puzzle may even work the grading contrast. Because there's no bright colors, so it's kind of like sometimes it's not about like whether the color is different, but it's also like I wonder what is it called. Like some colors are kind of like they just match in tone, even though if they're different. There's probably a word for that.
Yes, yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so in this case, like they are completely kind of like from a different palette of colors. Interesting.
Emma there with working on that kind of that corner. I think she can see she's doing it landscape and got that kind of 3 of those kind of sections, one of the umbrellas, a couple of the towels, all in place and joined together.
Yeah, and she's actually looking awfully organized over there. It feels like everything connects to everything, and I like there's like just a small amount of the edges done over there, but seems like very strategically done as well. Cool.
Yeah, I enjoy noticing those things that I've heard you talk about before. So yeah, doing the edges as part of other projects and not as one thing. Oh yeah, yeah, that flamingo ring done as well.
Yeah, it's been funny. I've been here in the US and a lot of non-puzzling people that I know here. You know, every time I mention I do coaching in speed puzzling, you know what the question is?
I don't. I can
They're
yeah.
like, so you give like tips like, should I do the edges first or no?
hmm
I'm like, it's not about that.
I did, yeah. I remember being at the Swedish Nationals this year, and people coming up and saying, "Oh, so yeah, so what is the best strategy? What is the best strategy for speed puzzling?" And it's like, yeah, okay, that's a good starting point, but yeah, tricky
Yeah,
question
I
to answer.
yeah, Tuesdays I basically just answered to that's the same question if you would ask a soccer coach to ask like, is it better to pass the opponent player from left or right? Like that's how much
Right.
important it has. Like sure, you can answer to that question. It's a lot of nuances to it. I'm sure there's statistical thing which way is the best, but it's like very small
hmm
thing. All right,
Cool.
there we have the full edge
Yeah,
done.
Frey with the full
Almost
edge done,
is
looking
it
really good.
Is it literally not missing one edge piece, or is it there one in the bottom? Maybe I'm zooming in. No, it's
Oh,
the full
a
edge.
full
It's a
edge,
full
really.
edge.
Yeah, it's not
What?
that's really well done with this. Yeah, with this puzzle in particular, 'cause it's not an easy edge to do.
Freya, please be fast. I have questions about this.
And yeah, I mean Frida with maybe one or two, but pretty much the whole thing done. We've got Graham, last minute substitute for Jodie. Great to have you with us. Second Puzzle Guzzle representative tonight. So yeah, again with virtually all the frame done, some of those islands coming together. You can see one of those darker towels, one of those umbrellas I think, and the blue umbrella. But yeah, looking really good.
Yeah, I have a question for you. How do you have like a preference on what size the reference image is? I mean, I'm not talking about whether it's on the box or on a poster, but do you have like a preference what size is it? Like do you see like if it's smaller you struggle more, or if it's like too big that confuses you as well, or like what's your take on that?
My gut feeling, and this isn't really backed up by anything, is I like it to be quite big. Especially if
Mhm.
it's a puzzle where I'm going to be looking at the image. So if it's anything kind of based around pick and place and that those kind of images, I really want it to be kind of as big as possible. So when we get a pick and place poster with a pick and place puzzle with a poster, yeah, I'm generally pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
you?
that's I mean I always think like what my problem comes is like, and this is the problem of doing 500 piece puzzles for another that I also myself do. But sometimes when I get, for example, 1,000 piece puzzle and the box is pretty much the same size, right? So the image is also the same size. So I have no longer like understanding of, oh my God, this cat is dropping. I have no longer understanding of like, for example, how big the sections are actually,
hmm
like I no longer understand. And then I have noticed also that happens more like when I well, now I've been doing actually a lot of different puzzle brands here in the US that are exclusive and not available in Europe. And I really struggle of understanding different poster and box sizes just when I'm trying to understand, for example, what is a small area enough to start with. So I think it's very interesting because I never really thought about it before.
No, I think you really notice that on when you do kind of 1,500 and 2,000 kind of piece puzzles where you just don't you can't kind of look at the image in the same way because the amount of image you're seeing on the pieces and the size of the image is just there's such a big difference.
Yeah, it actually the same actually happens when you have a puzzle with the, for example, bigger piece size.
hmm
So you kind of like, because technically there is exactly the same amount of information, whether it would be smaller or bigger, but you just somehow your brain is like processing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, just having a look on screen. We've got Hannah again. Yeah, full border pretty much done. And some of those islands starting to come together. We've got Ida, fantastic. You got in. I know she had some technical issues. Maybe started a bit late, but yeah, again with that border pretty much done. And we have Heather, yeah, starting with some of those islands. So it looks like the kind of red section. So we see the flamingo. I think the kind of red and pink umbrella, one of those towels. So yeah, some of those islands coming together. I would say for a chaotic puzzler like myself, this puzzle's full of temptations. It's yeah, I did end up with a lot of different pieces floating about before anything I managed to connect anything together.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things you can do in this puzzle, which sometimes causes what we call a decision fatigue. Like you have too many options and you become unable to make a decision. That's what we know in psychology. It's very well known bias that the more you have options, the less likely you're going to make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. We use it, for example, in marketing. Like, when websites have too many options, then there's less conversions. When we have too many options in the grocery store, we end up not buying it at all. It's very, very interesting, but it's just because it increases the cognitive load. So that's basically where it goes back to. So I have noticed now that I had like almost 9 months break and I just started practicing a couple of weeks ago. I really struggle on. I see a lot of things I could do and I end up not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very interesting thing because usually I would just like whatever I do, I'll just do something. But now I'm just like I literally get stuck and I don't realize it in the moment, but I can like reflect it after I finish the puzzle that like why I saw those pieces, why I just didn't do them.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those puzzles where there is making that choice on what to work on is not not going to be easy.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's also generally also why, for example, PC puzzles feel different.
Mm-hmm.
You may perform as well as you would do with others, but maybe some people struggle. It feels different because it's not as clear for you processing that, okay, I have this, I have this, I have that. It's like I have this, and that, those.
Cool.
So
yeah, on screen now we have Karen, full frame done and working on that umbrella that you picked out.
Yes.
There we go. And yeah, with that flamingo ring done.
Yes. Both of you said.
Carolina, pretty much the frame done. Flamingo again, and then some of those islands together. And yeah, there we can see the Linköping crew, just 2 tonight, Cotton and Linda. But yeah, some sweets on there. Yeah, some sweets to keep them going. Good to see. Yeah, a bit difficult to see, but I can see. Yeah, Cotter's got all those water pieces sorted out, even if they're not going to be the first thing she works on.
Yeah, and I see so many people doing this sideways, which I think is starting to be more like a norm. I think a couple of years ago, if somebody turned something sideways that is kind of like meant to be vertical, it was like a surprise, but now it starts to be more like a common practice that people do, which I'm very happy to see because a lot of images you don't actually need to do it a certain way.
No, and I think this is maybe a really good practice one for that because yeah, although it is it's built as a portrait image, it doesn't really make any difference to the to the image, and it's maybe not like turning a photograph on its side, where it may be slightly more confusing. Yeah, so it's probably a good one for practice for to go for that landscape route. There we see Linda, sort of some excellent sorting there. Seeing that more and more from Linda recently, doing a lot of sorting at the start.
Yeah, and I think she would be a great addition to any team because I
Hmm.
can tell you a lot of people are not good at sorting, especially like faster speed puzzlers. They lose the skill because we just don't do it anymore. So that's a skill that you actually have to practice it if you want to remain a good sorter.
Yeah, and I was listening to Madeline, who won the Nordic Championship. She did a conversation with Adam, Can Adam, recently, and she was talking about a lot about sorting. She's someone who does a lot of sorting at the start. And yeah, I think you mentioned it on the live stream as something to maybe talk to her about. But it's yeah,
Yes.
it's a yeah big part of her kind of strategy.
Yeah, I did actually even film the short clips for my YouTube video, but unfortunately it's still on my editing table, so that's what happened. Adam was faster than me.
Yeah, Maria looking really good. She's got the whole frame done, and quite a few of those kind of towel islands coming together. Marlin, maybe she looks like maybe working on the kind of water section. First person we've seen like to have more of that kind of water, the blue water section put together. So yeah, good to see someone maybe starting with that. Always good to see some different strategies.
Yeah, and it may not be like a bad choice. It's like the same that in the Finnish championship, I think Andrea did the Sky first, which I don't
Yeah,
think anybody else did.
no, and yeah, Sky first and horizontally, I believe, if I remember right, did it. She did that landscape too.
And calculated the edges.
Yeah.
I have to give one tip for puzzles that have like a poster. You know those, for example, Ravensburger 750s or for example circular puzzles that have like this huge
Mhm.
poster. So it's almost like useless. But then on the other hand, you only have the smaller image on the back of the box quite often. So it's kind of like, do I go with the small one or do I go with this huge one? So what I saw at the Dutch Nationals, somebody was very prepared for that. They had a cardboard that they put on this yellow that you can see now, Marinas.
Okay.
So they put a cardboard there and then that on top of it. Because otherwise, if you would try to put it without the cardboard, it will just fold and fall and do all the random stuff. So that was like really smart. I was like, huh?
What I tend to do for online competitions now is I haven't quite worked out whether this is cheating or not, so I'll carry on for now until I get called out for it. But my table's in front of a wall, so I'll just have some blue tack, and if there's a poster, I'll just blue tack it to the wall.
Yeah, I actually have done the same, like similar, but I have never been called out on it. I used to do it when very early JJ's like a couple of years ago,
Mhm.
because in my kitchen counter, I don't actually
Oh,
even
of
have
course, yeah,
space to
yeah.
put. So I either use, if it's a box, I have to use one of my decoration items in the back of it. But if it's poster or something, there's no way I can put it anywhere. So I just put tape and put it to the wall.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Cool.
I actually, well, in a competition, you couldn't. Technically, I could also do it in a competition because I have my camera set up. But
Yeah. Tape it to the camera stand.
giving ideas. No, but it's good to think they say sometimes these things out loud because somebody may
Mhm.
heard it and actually start thinking about putting it in the rules. Because if you look at the current rules and how they have changed, for example, in the worlds from 2022, a lot of the rules has been added. Somebody actually did it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it bad way. They didn't cheat, but they have been added because nobody just thought about it before.
Yeah, so just over 25 minutes on screen. We've got Maria with some good kind of red and yellowy sections together. Maria obviously practicing the space management. She's got the I wonder if that's the World Championship size mapped out with tape there. And
Yep.
Marina, it's always a fantastic race at the moment between Maria and Marina. So we'll see who comes out on top today. But yeah, some similar sections, those darker towels, the flamingo, of course. Oh, and in fact, yeah, Maria, I think first person we've seen doing it with the water at the top.
Yeah, and a couple white tables as well, and a mascot.
And a mascot, yeah. We'll
Always
probably.
other things.
I'm sure we'll get a visit from the live mascot later on as well. We normally do at some point.
Absolutely. Yeah. I never realized how troublesome the cats are, but I'm like, they literally take your pieces. They just come, or they just decide, oh, I'm just gonna go sleep in the middle of everything. And then you're like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to give a bit of an update as to where you are and why and how the travels are going.
Well, now I'm in Los Angeles. I just came here yesterday from Anaheim, but I'm in the California area, and I originally came here for work. I was supposed to come for just 3 days, but then I magically posted on the US Jigsaw Facebook group, just asking if anybody has like a couple hours to puzzle with me before I fly back, and now it turned into 3 weeks and people hosting me, and yeah, it's been amazing. But I came for work, and now I'm just doing puzzles and having kind of like this work vacation, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you a hint. I'm currently in one of the former US champions' house, and I'm working on a YouTube video.
Oh wow, fantastic!
Mhm.
Look forward to seeing that. Yeah, it was great to hear. Yeah, great to hear that you were fitting in a practice puzzle before today's competition.
Yeah.
Even though it's I think it's fairly early in the morning there.
Yeah, it is. It's well, it's not that early anymore. It's like 10:30
Okay.
in the morning. But yeah, I'm trying to do as many puzzles I can. This is really tricky because for example, I ordered the US national puzzles to Tammy's house, so I'm gonna get those as well back to Finland. I'm super excited, so I can do all the North American Championship puzzles. But there's so many puzzles, I just want to do everything. I'm just trying to do as much as I can.
Okay, on screen we've got Miriam. I think with an approach that kind of replicates how I was doing things. Lots of islands, lots of those umbrellas and towels coming together. Sana with pretty much the whole edge done, and then starting to build some of those kind of inner sections. Sally, I can see that flamingo done. Lots of the blue sorted out, and again working on some of those center islands. As we just come up to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I have to give credit for Miriam's the way she has the islands there. It's really they're placed very well. Very well.
Yeah, very, very nicely methodically done.
You need to keep this going because I can see people getting close to finish.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. I was seeing some people doing incredibly well here. Let's take a look who we've got here. We've got Sixton. You can see, lots of those kind of islands, really joined together. I can see we've got the white towel, the white kind of umbrella, the black towel next to it. Can't quite see the top, but looks like he's doing really well. Sylvia with pretty much the whole frame done, and then starting to build some of those islands together. And we have to part with the frame pretty much done, looking really good. That whole kind of top right corner pretty much done and together.
Yeah, I love Sylvia's puzzling place because you have the natural light coming from there. But sometimes I also like these type of tables because they almost force you to the space management I recommend for people. It's impossible to okay, you can spread too much to the side, but you cannot spread all around by accident. Even if you want to.
Okay, and we'll just take a look at the last 3 people on the list, and then we can
yeah, got
see
Sophia.
how things are going more.
Pretty much working on that that water part, which I would have assumed he would be doing last.
Yeah,
So now he's
I think we
looking at
could have predicted that, couldn't we? So yeah, we've got lots
Yeah.
of those detailed sections together, and then a big pile of plain blue and plain sand pieces over to the side there.
Yeah, definitely. So PS is stealing a lot of thoughts in my brain because he used to be the person that I always compared my times with, and I probably will be doing that again now that I practice. So every time I see a puzzle, I would be like, "Oh, how Tobias would do this."
Fantastic. We always also have Vesna. Welcome, Vesna, with us for the first time. Lots of people know from Puzzling Happiness. I can see. Oh, can see you've got a goal there, 65 minutes. And yeah, lots of those islands together, kind of separately, and then I'm sure we'll start to see those kind of join together and come together before too long. Looking really good. Another mascot up near the camera. Great to see. But yeah, great to have you with us tonight, Vesna. And yeah, fantastic to meet you when I was at the Finnish Championships.
And then we are working with the water.
Yeah, so Siv, I think the second person really we've seen tonight who is concentrated on that water first. Yeah, so going really well there, getting lots of those water sections together. Okay, let's then take a look elsewhere. We'll keep Tobias on because Tobias is looking very good. Let's check in with Freya. Yeah, Freya with all of that top section done. Hardly any gaps, I think, and then just working down into the water.
Yep, this is literally there at the same spot. And
Anime looking very similar again. Very similar number of pieces between the three of them. Doing it the other way up. So the water at the top.
Yeah, I feel like almost like if we would stop and count everybody's piece right now, they would have pretty much the same amount. I think Freya has a little bit more. She's pretty much got rid of the sandy pieces, but yeah. Woo.
But actually, yeah, looking really, really good because I don't think she's got that many more water pieces than Tobias and Anime. But we've got all of those sand pieces complete.
Interesting here is that none of them has actually flipped the puzzle sideways. And also the fact that Anime is doing it kind of like the other way around.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like her water is like the sky right now.
Well, it's one of those images. Yeah, although it kind of was designed in a certain way, but there's nothing really that kind of means it should makes it any easier or any better to do one way than the other. What we at 35 minutes, so yeah, looking at some really, really good times. I mean, it's not. I couldn't find my time, but it was in the 50s. It's not. It's a pretty. It is a tricky one. I think especially once you get to that water. Let me just bring up this on the live stream. So one of the new website features is leaderboard. So we've got kind of an ongoing leaderboard. So for 2026, so currently we've got Freya in the lead. So this is based on both the how well you doing competition. So you get points for every competition. So your kind of average score throughout the competitions combined with how many competitions you do. So currently Freya leading slightly above in front of Hannah and Tobias. So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can catch her in the second half of the year. And in fact, if we switch to the all-time list, she's also leading that. Just a really, really small margin between her and Tobias. So we will see how tonight's results affect that.
Yeah, so can you explain just again, like how is this calculated?
So it's calculated, so for each competition you get between 10, so the person who finishes first gets 100 points. Person who finishes last gets 10 points. The average is worked out, and then it's weighted based on how many competitions you've taken part in. So the more competitions you take part in, you get kind of extra weighting for that. So you can see, Freya's average is slightly lower, but she's done one more competition, which just gives her that slight edge over Tobias at the moment. But yeah, it's very close between them.
Yeah, we are getting it's interesting if you look at, for example, right now, Freya's and Animist, like it literally looks the same. It literally looks the same.
Does.
So both have the middle part, it's connected, and now just working on this kind of like almost like a V-shaped hole that they have over there.
Yeah, you've got that diver in the middle done, and yeah, now it's just working. There's a few things going on in the background. There's some stars and the waves, the kind of wave symbols, but they are repeated. So the pick and place is quite difficult because you've got the same kind of symbols repeated multiple times.
Yeah. Here's an interesting fact. So I have access to the cut. So I'm looking at the cut right now. And I said earlier that there is different shape pieces in this puzzle, like, you would assume, for example, Ravensburger to have. But now I'm looking at the area that they both are still working on, which is those blue water pieces. They're actually 98% of them are actually the normal regular shape. There is only, I think.
I would say that image you looking at might not be correct. So before I got these, I saw an image, and the cut was quite unusual. It wasn't even a proper grid. It was quite it was a very different cut. And I actually spoke to someone who had one of these, and they said that image isn't accurate. And in fact, if you look at Anname's done some shape sorting there, and you can see she's actually got a lot of those kind of non-regular pieces. So I think some of the images that are out there of this puzzle are not kind of reflective of what it actually looks like.
Yeah, that's a good correction. As I can see now, I'm zooming into Anime's pieces. Yep, that is correct.
So in
that
fact,
is also like the if you look into these things online prior doing the puzzle, this is exactly the traps that you can fall into.
So in fact, it was what was our artificial intelligence Camilla. Was it Camilla from that Cameron in France who was able to actually owned one of these puzzles and was able to confirm that it was a fairly regular the pieces that we're kind of seeing today, and not those not what some of the images show.
Interesting.
Still, yeah, we can see kind of by the speed that it's a tricky section here. So I think Anime with those kind of top two kind of wavy lines pretty much complete.
Right now
different section.
Yeah, and Tobias is the only one who is still using both hands. Not super efficiently, but it seems like, and I think this comes down to the fact that the puzzle is vertical and they've been standing this whole time, because this is what I do when I start getting a little bit tired, not necessarily always of the puzzle, but just from the standing. That I start leaning over to my other hand. So that could be also that.
It's really close though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Anime did a great choice of doing the shape sorting. That is actually based on the same thing a little bit what I mentioned earlier, the decision fatigue. Because when you shape sort, what you're actually ultimately doing is that you're limiting your options. Of course, you can still scan the whole through all the puzzles, but then you have to actually make this like a micro decision on each piece that you see. Wrong shape, right shape, is this the one? But when you limit it, you only look at like certain amount of pieces that are already that shape. So you kind of like eliminated those micro decisions, which often increases also your processing speed. So
yeah,
good choices.
Yeah, it's a pretty detailed one. It's the you know the with the orientation as well. It's kind of the shape sorting I like to do where everything's kind of oriented the same way. So you can get really yeah. I think that way you get a really good feel for yeah. It really like you say, it really narrows down the kind of the number of pieces that maybe maybe you're going to fit in a particular place.
I
And
don't put them in the right direction, all of or like same direction, because I mainly focus on looking at the like the knobs and the ins and outs. So I'm for example, I know the shape, and then I'm just focusing. Okay, I need like a bigger knob or something like that. So that's the only thing that I'm looking at, rather than the orientation of the piece. But there's so many different ways to not only it's not about the shape shorting. It's also like how do you then process the pieces, and there's like many different approaches actually you can go to.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that maybe that points to I know I have trouble if I in pairs, if I'm doing upside down, I know I have trouble doing that kind of mental rotation of pieces and images, and maybe that's why I need like everything oriented like really carefully, because I know I have trouble doing that kind of that mental orientation of the pieces.
Yeah, I think it's also because you look at the orientation first rather than the other details of the shape.
Yes, yeah.
But I think anime is closing in. Those pieces are.
What are we down to? Maybe 20
I mean,
pieces.
Freya's close as well, so I'm like, whoever can now just like speed up and give them the speed. Accelerate! Come on, let's go.
Now I've got all my fingers crossed that new timers and things are going to work, and so much to think about today.
Because sometimes you can have like somebody has less pieces left, but the other one can still like just even in the last 30 seconds stay as fast. Like that happens quite often.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
now
Anime's got more of a kind of rectangle, plain rectangle. Freya's got more of a kind of single, a single or double row. It's so close, so close. Maybe both got 10 pieces. It's gonna be so close. Maybe Anime just 5 or 6 pieces left.
Come on. This is seconds game. Let's go. And Anime is done. Yeah, just a few seconds behind. Wow! We have second place already.
Amazing. Fantastic.
Definitely within the same minute. Yep.
It's showing the same time, but I need to review that. I think Anime just a few seconds ahead. Fantastic work. Well done, you two. Amazing. That was so exciting at the end there. Maybe something slightly off with those times, but we will look at that. Go to the video replay. Get Tobias moving in. Yeah, it's got maybe 20 pieces left. Let's just have a look around. Who else might be closing in? Charlene with the whole top done. So a few people mainly working on that kind of bottom water. Hannah looking really good, not too far behind. Tobias working on that kind of C section.
You know what was interesting when I was a Nordic Championship commentating, and I also referred, I don't think it applies to this one, but I also did the same reference that we weren't sure about the exact times or like placements. And we were just like, all right, well, we can just check it from the live stream afterwards, right? To actually see who was. Mm-hmm. Then the tech person is to me like, you're aware that there's like different amount of delay depending on the camera because they're different cameras. And I was like, well, this explains. And also the live stream timer is usually also off like 5 to 10 seconds. And I think this should be more common information, because you know how often people go and double check their time from the live stream, or they're like, hey, this doesn't match the live stream. I saw myself finishing there and this was what the timer said. But if the timer is off and also the live stream cameras has a little bit of different delay, that's not the place to check it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's really interesting, because I know the live stream time is always a bit behind, but I mean, Anime and Freya have recorded the same time, so maybe it's
Yeah.
purely down to that, slight difference in delay between the cameras. So it looks like potentially we've got a complete dead heat for first place.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Full-
that was definitely news for me. Obviously it does make sense, but I just never thought about it. All right. I think Tobias is about to finish in within a minute, maybe, if he really
Yeah, I
pushes
think
for it.
so. It's
Same with
not
Russian,
far to go
so
at
close.
all. Graham doing really Graham, like
Yeah,
just a few pieces
not
as well. I think Graham almost catching up with Tobias now. So we've got Graham, Tobias, and Hannah all with those last section of kind of blue pieces to get together. Just trying to see if there's anyone else there who
very close.
might be trying to get third place.
Almost at this point, with those so little pieces left, I would literally, if I would just grab a piece, I don't know where it goes, I would literally just go and smash it everywhere, because there's not too many options left.
No, I think we've talked about that, haven't we? The kind of brute force method, the trial and error, and with this many pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm calculating how fast I can do that. It's probably even faster than just trying to watch and think, as I say.
Yeah, so it looks like Graham's gone speed
Right,
through
yeah, I
those
think-
water section. Only two or three pieces left.
Holy moly, what is happening here? Ah,
It's gonna be
very,
it's gonna be really close.
it's a
Tobias getting those
battle.
last few.
One against one battle for every spot.
Comment from Freya. Well done, Anime. Nice puzzle, but a horrible C. So we'll get her. Oh, it's good. Last few P. Who's going to get to the stop button first?
What is going on? Is it?
Oh my word!
boy!
I think we've had like
I
maybe a
cannot
dead heat before for first and for third. Do we get
What?
Jodie's time? 48. So again, yes, it looks like we've got a slight, maybe someone Tobias with the slight more of a delay. So we've got Graham on 48.48, Tobias on 48.56. Well done, Graham. Fantastic third place. Amazing work. Fantastic.
Yeah, we're being delivered today.
We
all
are.
this.
That was amazing finishes. Okay, let me just have a look around. We'll get a couple of people up, and then maybe we get a chance to speak to some of our podium. Really looking really good. Aaron looking really. I don't know who to bring up now. It's looking really close. Hannah looking good. Charlene looking good. Let's maybe have a chat to Freya if you're still around.
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It looks
Amazing.
like
Tell me.
It was a very nice first two-thirds of the puzzle, and then the sea was not really. I rather have had a sky. I don't know why I'm so bad with lines. I feel like those should be helping, but for me it's not.
Yeah, sometimes it's not that. It's like it kind of makes sense when you see it, but when it's in pieces, it doesn't. I want to know, what was the deal with your edges, because you seem to have all of it done. No missing edges in the beginning.
Yes, I had almost all. I think I was missing one, but on the C I had some mixed ups. So in the end I thought I was missing one, but I actually had just put it the wrong place. So I had to move it around a little bit in the end to get everything to fit.
Looks like Sixton's just finished 5th place. Fantastic work. Well done. 51.06. That's a great time. Congratulations. Well done. Got a few more things to say about Sixton later when we look at we've got lots of statistics from this first year. Sixton's done amazing well over the past year since he started about this time last year. So Yep. Oh, Hannah as well, just behind. So again, yeah, only a few seconds behind. It's all so close.
Yeah, very
Um,
very close finish
Yeah,
this time.
so yeah, we thought Anime had just got it, but yeah, then we had a conversation about camera delays and things, and it looks like it was a dead heat, 44 minutes and 12 seconds for
Yeah.
both of you.
Yeah, it was the same time in the app at least.
Yeah, and I would say generally, if you can see from the live stream that people went and tapped their app right away, then you can probably trust more on the times on the app, or whatever platform you're using. I've never used your timer thing, Robert, because I never competed when you had this.
No, I think we were still on the old done messengers the last time you competed. So yeah,
The can't stop thing, yeah.
we'll have to get you back for another competition soon, and yeah, get you on the timer app.
Yeah, I was just thinking if you would come back and do an online competition, Emilia. Now when you started puzzling again.
I have like, I think there's at least one EJJ that I'm coming, but I'm gonna do the pairs EJJs at least. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna do my comeback and then be sad because I'm no longer in the top.
Or you will give us a match.
Yes, we'll see. We'll see about that. Maybe when I come back, I can plan what I want to do.
Yeah. So you're staying a long time in the US?
Until the like couple more weeks, I'll be here, and
Oh,
then
that's good.
then I will be crazy at least 1 week in Finland, and then I'm traveling again to Benelux. So
A lot of traveling.
as always, yes, preparing for the Worlds also. Are you coming to the Worlds or?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. That's gonna be exciting. Are you like?
Yeah. I'm just hoping it's a little bit cooler than last year.
It should be. It's a new venue, but I have an interesting question to you. Do you like, what is your mindset about online competitions? Like, do you consider them as important competition where you're all about the results, or is it more like, oh, this is where, or do you consider it purely as a practice, or is it more like, oh, I practice a new thing, this online competition is a good place to test it out?
I think online competition is very nice for testing out different kind of brands. That's not because when I buy puzzles myself, I mostly buy Ravensburger because that's what most competitions use. So that's like my training puzzles. But in online competitions, I get like the surprise of I don't know what I get before. Sometimes Robert picks nice puzzles and sometimes he puts more tricky ones. So then I get to practice things that I wouldn't pick myself, and I think that's a good thing. And also, I mean, my first competition was the Swedish Nationals last year.
Yeah.
And I was like shaking because I was so nervous. And the same, like the Nordics the same year, but I think the online competitions has made my nerves much better. So like the competitions, physical ones this year has been much less nerves and less shaky hands.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, it feels like, I know you talked in your last that you wanted the data from the training watches, and I know that like my competitions last year, my pulse was very, very high. But I also can see that in online competitions, it's I can see what time the competition was, and I can't really see that when I practice on my own. So it does something else to be in an online competition than just practice myself.
Yeah, I need to sign you up on my little research. If Rob has no idea what we're talking about, because I still haven't made a public post about this, but we had this sports science session at Speed Up, where actually Emilia Persson was a guest, and I was talking about the fact that I want to start collecting all the sports watch data when we do a puzzle, and see if we can figure out some patterns. For example, like let's say I'm not exactly sure what I will find, but I have a couple of hypotheses. For example, that your heartbeat also goes higher if you have also this kind of like a mental sense of urgency, and that should show in overall better performance. So then
Yeah.
people struggle to find the sense of urgency, or let's say they only feel like they have it in competitions, but not when they practice at home. We can actually compare that data and see if the data also proves it. And then when we practice for the sense of urgency, how we can measure that we're actually achieving those results is that we use the data again.
Yeah. Good job, Maria, who finished.
Yeah,
And I
congratulations,
just
Maria.
looked
That's a great time. Well done. It's 7th place. Fantastic.
Yeah, we have
I looked at my watch and I can see when I arrived to the sea, because I was feeling very much this sense of urgency until I came to the sea and just got stuck. So then I can actually see my heart rate going down.
Yeah, definitely. And I have also tested out, my other hypothesis was that if you do interval training, like actually physical exercise, either interval run or something like that, that should increase your performance with puzzles. So I've been kind of like doing comparison, that I do one puzzle after an exercise and another puzzle without the exercise. And I'm also tracking how does it show in the graph. And for me, it's the best. It's a blessing that I've been on a 9-month break, because I can actually now do, for example, puzzles that I can see that I did a year ago, and 2 puzzles that I did, like let's say on the like within the same week or so. So I can actually compare those times without the
See the
problem,
change.
a different puzzle image, or that okay, it was half a year difference. So there was also the factor of like general progress. So yeah, a lot of numbers going on, but I haven't done a post about it yet, because I will need a lot of data from a lot of people.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, and
What-
quite a few statistics from this first year of Puzzle Rush. Freya, obviously your name came up quite a lot. We were talking about the leaderboard earlier. It's great to see you top of the both the leaderboard for this year and all time.
Yeah, I saw that. But I have been in, I think, almost all this year.
hmm
I just missed a few ones last year. So
But also, yeah, second fastest of all time. That was the Vancouver puzzle, the one with the
that was a
puzzle
nice
race.
puzzle.
So yeah, 36:34. So that was the second fastest all time. And like as you said, been in I think 17 of the 20 competitions before today. So yeah, thanks so much for coming back again and again. And congratulations on consistently good results that's taken you to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, thank you.
Consistent is a good
Mhm.
thing.
I've got a few people. Just looks like Charlene just putting in those last couple of pieces. Going to take 8th place. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Oh,
for-
Emma also finished.
Oh, Emma. Yeah, I think there was had a problem with Emma's camera. I couldn't see that. So congratulations, Emma. And then lots of people in a very similar place now.
Yeah, everyone finishing with the C.
Yeah, not a massive surprise. I don't think everyone finishing with your favourite portion there down at the bottom.
Yeah,
I can remember it being more of a challenge than maybe I thought, because there's a fair bit going on. You've got the lines, you've got the stars and the wavy lines, and but yeah, it's not an easy section to finish off.
no, maybe I should have looked at like the little stars and things in between more than I did.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that they are useful, but then they're also repeated.
Yeah.
So you got the same thing again and again. So it's not not as much use as it maybe could be.
But the stars is only like 3 places in the middle, and the waves are also not so many. So
Cool.
yeah,
so-
you just sometimes have to really pay attention when you have those bigger areas, and just try to find something smaller to do.
yeah, and this is kind of also pretty small, so you don't really see the details on it. I was trying to find because I was finding pieces with like the small shoes, and they are like yeah, they're also repeated, but also very small on the picture.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to sometimes remind yourself and be like, really, like, look at it. Is there something?
Yeah,
Because other than that, we just look at the bigger picture, like pretty much literally, and we just miss those little things.
yeah. Is this a French brand or?
It is, yeah. It's another French one. It's been fairly heavy on the French brands this during spring and summer. But yeah, there do seem to be a lot. There's a lot of kind of smaller, independent French brands out there doing some nice things.
Yeah, but it's the same cat as the other French ones, right?
It's
Like
not.
the bluebird.
No, I don't think it is quite the same. They're slightly different. It's more similar to. There's a couple of other brands who I think have this cut, but I think it's slightly different. That was my kind of feeling anyway, but I may be wrong. Frida just finishing. Congratulations, Frida. 9th place. Oh, and Maria. Yeah, just a few seconds afterwards. Excellent work.
A lot of people, not too many pieces left.
No, going really well.
Matter those sky. I will call them sky pieces. I mean, it's blue.
Close enough.
Exactly, close enough. It's like we call floor if it's like no matter if it's a field or road or what, it's always the floor.
just the floor, yeah.
Anything that is a cat animal is usually like a tiger, even if it's a leopard. Like rhino, elephant, also the same. Like
yeah, I think I remember this conversation about cats in we were having at the Dutch Nationals. Yeah, anything is a tiger. Anything cat-like's a tiger.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can communicate, but it was also in the Dutch Nationals. I told my pair Fenna that Finland is finished when we were doing the Earth, and I don't think she knew where Finland was on that map, so I don't think it was helpful at all.
Was it on the map?
Yeah, because it was like the globe, so it's not very clear, like you can see the borders, but I just know like it's, because Sweden, we have the sea in between, so you just look where it is on all of those puzzles, even if it's not clear. So to me, it was like, I will give you some tips of what I've been doing here.
Yeah, that looked like a horrible puzzle also.
There's no horrible puzzles.
It was tricky. It was tricky, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it actually. It was a fun one to do. It's good.
Yeah,
puzzle.
it's a nice round motive.
So, Freya, any puzzle plans for the summer? Is it a bit of a break now? Can you, or is it you looking at training for the autumn already?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be some training at least. We'll see if it's bad weather. There's not much else to do.
But
then,
surely not. Never in Sweden. Never bad weather in the summer. Sure it'll be like it is now for the rest of the next couple of months.
Yeah, and I met up with Tobias last week and got to borrow some of his puzzles. So I have a lot of
cool.
nice puzzles to try out. So
fantastic.
Oh, and Aaron.
Aaron, well done. Congratulations. Fantastic. 11th place.
Yeah, but it's always a good pressure if you borrow somebody's puzzles and then the next time you meet them. So you have to get them done before that.
yes,
You cannot remain in that to-do pile forever. Like I literally have still some puzzles in my storage that used to be in my to-do pile, and I still haven't done them.
no, I have a lot of those from last year as well that I bought, but I haven't never done so. More puzzle than I have time.
Yeah, but sometimes I also have noticed, especially there is this Swedish brand. Is it actually? I don't think, Robert, you have used that brand even once. Is it called Kernan or something like that?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Shannon.
Yeah, so I thought those were like really hard because they have like very plain scenery sometimes, and then I remember they were like 4 months on my to-do pile, and then I was finally like, okay, I'll give it a go, and then I had like my best time or something like with that puzzle, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they have one which is very nice with like different dalahästar.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Not
job,
that.
Ida.
Well done, Ida. Fantastic work. Glad you got your camera working in the end. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Ida taking 12th place.
And I'm also gonna see if I can meet up with Tobias, Sarah, Selma, Anna, Ida, and Emilia to practice before the marathon in August.
Oh, of course, yeah. We've got a good strong team for the marathon. It's not too far away actually. I just realised today, but yeah, maybe five or so weeks away. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of
That's gonna be fun.
yeah, a lot of fun getting everyone together for that.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast like things go. Like August is not that far away.
Yeah, and then it's September. And
Yeah.
everything's in.
Yeah, exactly. It just and then it's Worlds, and then the Worlds is over, and then we already have the next Worlds, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, looking ahead to next year. So anyone, so Emilia, Freya, tempted by the World Series in Canada?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I never been to Canada, but I think if I go, then I have to stay there a bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I've always fancied visiting, so it's a good excuse to make a trip there and yeah, turn it into a long holiday.
Yeah, and maybe go some days before so you're not totally jet lagged
Mhm.
when the competition starts.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that. I wasn't even necessarily like jet lagged in a traditional sense when I came here, but I was just exhausted from the traveling for like first 3 days.
Yeah,
I was pretty smart. Like if you ever have to travel all the way here for puzzle competition, make sure you start traveling in the morning. So even though you go against the time zones, you still arrive at night. So you go straight to sleep. So if you just stay awake the whole time you're traveling, you will jump right perfectly into the right sleeping rhythm here. But you will still feel really exhausted. But at least you won't have the problem where you just like this in the middle of the night and then in the
Yeah.
daytime like
Yeah, I always
Good
found
job,
it was
Jane.
I always found it was a lot easier going to America than coming back in terms of
Yeah.
jet lag. Coming back was always a nightmare.
Yeah, definitely.
Land in the morning with no sleep and oh, Marina just finished. Congratulations. Fantastic work.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing we were also talking about sports science, and I also consulted a couple like personal trainers and stuff, people of mine. Creatine. If you use creatine for jet lag, there's a lot of research about it that it actually works and it brings your cognitive functions back. It's not the normal. So there's people who go to gym often that take creatine all the time, but there is like I think it's triple the daily dose that actually works for jet lag and tiredness. So. My personal trainer called it legal doping. So yeah, but that's actually a very good tip because it is used apparently in sports and there's a lot of science behind it. So and it's not actually illegal. So and it's also healthy. So
Many benefits.
yep. Just definitely remember that next time you travel.
Couple more finishes. Chiara, Maria, congratulations.
Yes.
Still great times for a tricky puzzle.
And
what have we got? We've got I think 16, so just over half people finished already.
Yep. Yeah, I mean I think like this is nice puzzle in a way that even though that last part is trickier, at least you know what you're working on. You don't get this kind of like thing, I'm not sure, should I do this section next? Like you just need to push that one.
Yeah.
You have like literally no options.
Yeah, I've done everything else. Now I have to do the water.
Yeah.
We
I mean there is some sand
I
part
can
as
see.
well.
I can see that Kotte is doing the puzzle upside down.
Yeah, we have seen a few people doing that. We saw a couple of people starting with the water, but I don't know if they I don't know if they saw that through all the way to the all the way through to the end. But yeah, we've seen a couple of people doing it upside down, a few people doing it landscape. So we can see Carolina there doing it landscape. Yeah, and Anami in fact had it. She had it the opposite way around to you, so she had the water at the top.
Yeah.
Excellent work to Part. Well done. Oh, just putting in the last piece. Excellent. Oh, we've got one missing piece. Yeah, have a look and let me know if you don't find it in the bag or on the bag or on the floor, and we'll sort that out for you.
Yeah, missing pieces.
Oh, he's has a look already.
If you have a missing piece when you practice at home, do you add it into your time or you just like, do you care?
No, but I haven't had so many missing pieces lately. I more have extra pieces.
Oh, extra pieces. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. When I did the Gibson panoramas, I like always had 1 or 2 extra pieces. I don't know why.
Maybe if you collect them all. I never actually collected. I should have started collecting like years ago all the extra pieces and stuff, and then like create our own puzzle of them or something.
Yeah, I have a small pile over there where I put them.
I think Heather is going to be the only one who is actually going to finish with the sand pieces. Am I correct, or did I miss somebody?
Yeah, maybe Vesna also, because she has started with the sea, but
Yeah.
also still have some sand pieces left.
True. Yeah, of course, the people who started with the sea, yeah, that's one way, but then also like this kind of like that you have them last, but
Yeah, and Siv also has finished the sea, but
Oh, we found the missing piece. Fantastic. Heather, I think the first person we've seen there whose last pieces are not the sea. So I think I think everyone else has had sea pieces last, but yeah, really great work. Well done, Heather. Another person we're looking forward to seeing in Gothenburg.
Yeah, just a few pieces in. Less than a minute, less than 30 seconds, I would say. So close, so close. Trying to look around how everybody else is doing as well. How's the weather in Sweden right now? It's actually surprisingly not. It's actually very cloudy here. It's almost getting a bit cold.
it's very hot here. It was 30 degrees, 35 this weekend. But I was yes. But I was lucky enough to be on a small island where it was like 10 degrees cooler, so it was only 25, 26, which is still very much for here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit cooler, fortunately, up in the north where I am. But yeah, 28. It's up to kind of 28, 30ish, which is yeah, pretty rare for up here.
Yeah.
Although for my colleagues in England, it's been up to kind of 38. It's yeah, makes everything a real struggle.
I feel like every time I travel, it's like warmer from where I came from. I don't know how that happens, but it always happens.
So how is it in Los Angeles? Is it hot?
No, it's not. It's like literally. Well, maybe you can't see too well. No, you can't because I have a blur. But it's very cloudy. This is like a Finnish weather we are having here. I'm not even kidding. I have to literally close that window soon because I'm starting to get cold.
No, but you don't. It's not so cold. I was and look at the temperature. It's like 24 in California.
I don't think that's correct. That cannot be correct. I'm Googling.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is 70 Fahrenheit? I have no idea. Celsius?
But at least today I was more prepared for the sun. Because
21
last
now.
21, yeah.
Yeah. And when it's cloudy, it's not that warm because you have no sun.
Yeah, that's true. But I have like evening sun coming in from my windows, so I have to have the blinds down. Last time I didn't, and then the sun it was raining when I started the competition, but then the sun came out. And for 10 minutes I was like, should I just stop and take the down? And it was like really, really hard to do the puzzle, and then I did it, and I regret it so much that I didn't do it before, because it took me like 5 seconds, and then it was much easier.
Yeah, that's what I have the problem when I'm at home and I use the kitchen counter because the sun comes behind me. So I usually start doing the puzzle when it's like the sun is not there yet. It's a little bit like a shadow, cloudy, and then in the middle of the puzzle, it's not too much light, but the problem is it comes behind me, so I have like this major shadow of myself.
Yeah.
That I always kind of like get. Let's see.
Yeah, lots of people just coming up to the end. In fact, yeah, let's bring up. Civ was one of the people we saw starting with the water, and yeah, in fact, yeah, the water's completely done. She's finishing with the sand pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the comment on the live stream. Thank you for the puzzle. The ocean was brutal. Also, that white umbrella I almost didn't see. That's a good summary. That it's literally about seeing it, not that it's great. Yeah, people seem to enjoy this image quite a lot.
Yeah, it's colorful and a lot of things going on. So.
Yeah, how do you are these type of colors kind of like your favorite, or do you prefer other colors or different tone or brightness?
No, I think it was pretty good because it was pretty easy to like pick the right things. And if you like to sort, you could sort pretty easily as well.
Okay.
It was some repeated elements, but not so many. So I think it was good level.
Yeah, I think it's a nice mix. It's kind of half the top sections are almost pick and place.
Yeah.
Kind of small areas, and then a bit of shape work and line work to finish you off. What was it? The brutal ocean, as someone commented.
Yeah, that was exactly the word used.
Cool. Yeah, well, thanks so much for tonight.
Thank you for tonight.
Congratulations on a great time and a dead heat tie for first place.
Yeah.
And
I see you in Gothenburg.
Yes, yeah. See you in a few weeks for the marathon. Fantastic.
Yeah. Bye.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Good night. Bye.
All right. How many finishes we have in total so far? Because I lost the count.
I believe we have 19. Oh, Miriam just finished. I think Miriam was having some camera issues, but she just finished. And we had one person who I need to add in, Charlene, who didn't get the timer to work. So yeah, 19 out of 30. So 11 people still going, but yeah, lots of people really, really close now.
Okay, that's pretty good. And we still have over half an hour left, right?
We do. So yeah, 40 minutes left. Yep. So plenty of time to get it finished.
Yeah, and at least the good part with that C is that even though it feels like, okay, now I'm moving on to the tricky part, but as you get more pieces in, it actually gets faster. So it doesn't get slower. It's just that when you move into that section, it's slower, but should go only faster. Even if it's not fast, but fast. Yeah.
Definitely faster. As that number of pieces you need to look through to number of possibilities goes down, then it does speed up pretty quickly. Civ just getting the last few pieces in, maybe doing that C, getting that C out of the way at the start was a good plan. It's a really good time. Well done, Civ. Special shout out to Civ as one of the one of the stats I took out was the people who've done the most Puzzle Rust competitions, and Civ is the one person who has done every single competition up to today. So yeah, thank you so much and well done for another great performance. It's done all 21 competitions. So yeah, thank you. Great to have you here again.
That's amazing.
Yeah, other people to shout out. So Cotta, one behind on 20, Maria 19, and then Freya, Hannah, Marina all on 18. So yeah, thank you for coming back time and again. It's great to have you here and helping to make it the event that it is.
Yeah, they're like the what do you call them, IT super users?
Yes, yeah. The regulars, as we call them in the pub in the UK.
Such a boring word.
I don't know. It carries such a weight in. Maybe carries a weight in the UK that isn't obvious. A couple more stats while we're watching people finish. So I took the lowest average times, and Anime has just a fairly recent addition. She's done 4 now, with the lowest average time 41:46. Maybe you need to get some tricky ones. So what do you have to say? 44:12, so slightly higher. So the top 5 average lowest times were Anime, Tobias in second place, then Amelia, Rosa, who's been with us 3 times, and then Freya in 5th place. Who's Tobias and Freya both been to 14-15 competitions. So putting in consistently fast times.
Yeah, you have mentioned a couple of times like that you have taken a break from doing puzzles. Do you use MySpeed puzzling?
I do, yeah.
Do you always add your times there? Or have you taken like a break from adding your times at any point? I'm curious.
So no, I've picked it up a bit now, so I've started doing some, but not more doing a few online competitions and doing a few just ones I've had lying around at home rather than kind of Ravensburger type real speed practice. I think the only time I don't tend to put them in, which is probably like probably worth telling me off for, is if it's like I have certain puzzles that I do for like warm-ups and warm-up kind of before online competitions and things. I don't tend to, unless it's a really good time and it's like my best time, I don't tend to put those in. But for all 500 pieces and all of those, I do put them in if it's something where I'm trying to where I am doing a speed run of it.
Yeah, and also like when you put the times there, do you just put the time and exit, or do you? I mean, I know it takes you automatically to the list, but do you actually like then compare and look like what were the other people's times?
Pretty much always. So in fact, normally every time before I put the time in, I'll go and check what my predicted time was. So I won't look before I do it. But before I add the time in, I'll go and look what the predicted time was. And yeah, generally I'll always compare it to Sweden. So I'll always filter by people in Sweden because those are the people who I've kind of got the most feel for. If it's a good time for me based on kind of how I compare with the other Swedish people. And then in the main list, there's certain names I look for who I know I'm always around, and certain people who I know if I'm above them, it was a really good time. and and vice versa. But yeah, I'll always be looking at those kind of where I am in those positions.
Yeah, because I started to think about this on the other day. But like, why do we actually compare our practicing? Can you tell me one other sport where people compare their practice? Other people only compare competition. Like, you don't play. Do you know what I'm trying to go with this? Like, you don't play chess, you don't practice chess and then go compare. Well, in that you would be having a hard time to compare. But let's say you play soccer and you do this drill where you just try to score like as many goals as possible from a certain distance. They don't have a system where you then go and check like what is the scoring rate for each person for that practice.
But I don't know. Is that different where it's something that is purely speed based? So if you're doing
Yeah, look, well, let's say, okay, the most probably easiest example, people who practice for running 100 meters.
Mhm.
They don't run today and then go, they probably track it. They probably put it in Excel or something and talk with their coach, but they don't go and compare the other people they know they will be competing later that season against and see how did they practice. You know what I mean? Like, I started to think that that's actually very weird thing that we compare our practicing, because that's generally, but maybe here's the thing, and I can see this the same thing why we do a lot of puzzles. We want always the most optimal circumstances when we do a first time attempt, because I don't think a lot of people actually even, maybe they haven't thought about it, but maybe we don't actually even think about doing one puzzle as a practice. We think about it, oh, this is a proof of where I am now, and I'm gonna do this the best time I can, and then we kind of like compare it as it's kind of like a proof of where are we at that moment, instead of actually thinking about it as purely just as a practice. I'm sorry, I'm going so philosophical about this, but like I started to think about this and I just got into this loophole.
Yeah, I think having something like my speed puzzling, where you can track yourself where there's loads of statistics. Because I had I played quite a lot of golf for a few years, and
Yeah,
you can get so into the statistics of tracking, which holes tend to go really well, and you can get there's so many statistics that you can draw out, and if your kind of mind is interested and gets caught in those things, which mine does, I think it's I think the reason I track it and the reason I compare it is purely because it's I find it interesting. I hadn't really thought about it from that point of view though.
yeah, like let's say for example you had a time that you're not happy with. Are you thinking about it more as like, okay, I did not do well, my time wasn't good for this, or do you actually reflect it purely from how could I practice better, or there was these factors that impacted this practice?
I probably don't do as much of that part as I as as I should do. Maybe a bit more, bit too much of the first one and not enough of the second one.
Yeah, because I think it's very interesting, because also like if you, for example, if you have goals at the gym, we all know that if you go to the gym, so you have these days where you just you cannot use the same weights, or you're not able to increase the weights, and it's like completely natural. I don't think people think too much about it. It's considered as a natural part of the progress. But I feel like when we do a puzzles and we do something that what was kind of like lower than expected, we almost like get into this like, okay, so now I'm worse than I was last time, as it's more like as a fact rather than like that's like a natural part of practicing. Like you don't have the same results all the time, and it doesn't even matter because you shouldn't be focusing on it. But the most goal was like, okay, but even if the result out of this is not as good, it's just the practice, and it did increase my like, it's good for the practicing. Like there is the benefit of the practice itself. The time actually doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like
Aaron's just posted in the chat saying it's a bit like cyclists with Strava segments. It's that it's kind of whether it actually does or not, but it's that feeling of whether comparing yourself to other people and trying to to beat your time on a particular segment or a particular puzzle, whether that does
Mhm.
actually kind of spur you on and kind of drive those. I think the gut feeling is to think that it does. That kind of thinking
Yeah,
like that and comparing yourself like that is going to have a positive effect, but whether whether it actually does or not is a whole other
yeah,
question.
yeah, exactly. Like I started going running, and I've been going running almost every second day, and there is a huge difference on my times on how fast I run. But I don't even think about it like, oh, now I got worse runner, I have to run better next time. I just every single time I go run, I know it will accumulate for me being better in half a year, no matter did I run fast or slow that day. So I'm trying to get more to that mindset because I never thought about it this way, and I think that would be actually quite healthy for a lot of people. Just
Yeah,
think about it, really everything as a practice rather than that everything is like, oh, this puzzle didn't go well, this one went well, now I'm a bit slow, why am I slower? But just think everything that you practice is kind of like towards home.
looks like Britta maybe one missing piece.
Oh,
An edge piece as well. Have a look around. I don't know if you've stopped the timer, but yeah, stop the timer and yeah, let me know if you don't find it, and we'll sort that out. Hopefully it's there and yeah, somewhere about. Other finishers: Sana, Carolina, Kara, and Kotta all finished.
let me run real quickly to get my adapter,
Of
otherwise
course.
this laptop will shut down.
Oh, did you find it, Britta? Oh, fantastic. I don't. Britta, I don't see your time, so I don't know if you stopped the timer. If not, don't worry. I can. Oh, there we go. 1:30. Maybe it's. I'll check that. Not quite sure why your time's not showing up. But yeah, don't worry. I'll get that sorted. Congratulations, Vesna, just with a few pieces left to go. Sally looking good too. Marlin with that top section. Oh, excellent. Yeah, now we see it, Britta. Thank you. Oh, and what was So yeah, Vesna just we're down to the last 10 pieces or so. Someone else finishing on the sands. The sea all done, and just a few space in the sand to fill in. I think Marlin also with the seal done and working on some of those kind of those actually kind of the most colourful, some of the most colourful sections just to finish off. Linda, a few piles there, but Jim, yeah, looking good. Still got 25 minutes to go, so hopefully we can have another one where everyone completes it. Everyone looking really good.
Perfect.
Yeah, got
Just
a
in
few
time.
Yeah, just been got a few people finishing different places. Vesna just with 3 or 4 sand pieces. Marlin probably with the most colourful pieces we've seen at this stage. Some of those islands just going. Sally just it looks like just a few blue pieces. Vesna, fantastic, well done, congratulations, fantastic work. Great to have you along today. Hope the live stream went well.
How many do you have left right now?
So let's have a look. I think we have four people still puzzling. So yeah, fantastic work. So 25, 26, yep, 4 people.
And
4
still
people
20
still
minutes
going.
left.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So fingers crossed it's going to be everyone. I did want to mention one other stat. So I did a bit of a few calculations about the biggest improvers. So people who've seen the most kind of improvement over the last kind of year or so. So some of the names: Camilla Hartvig, who I don't think was on today, but she joined us quite a few times from Åland. Ida Elten, who we saw earlier. Marina Anderson, who she's done fantastically work, and she won the EJJ during the week, last week. Which was the 200 plus 300. Marina, that seems to be like she's so good at those 200, those smaller piece count puzzles. So yeah, we've got one of those in September. So it's going to be great to see how she gets on with that. But yeah, she's seen amazing improvements. Second place, Emilia. So not a big surprise. So I mean, she's her progress over the last year or so has been phenomenal. Her times now are just absolutely incredible. And yeah, the most improved was someone we saw earlier, 5th place today, which was amazing. Is Sixten, who really, I think when he started last summer was fairly new to it, and now putting in consistently good performances, and on My Speed Puzzling just some amazing times. So yeah, if you're still watching, congratulations, and that's good news for me because I'll be doing pairs with him in the Norrlandsmästerskap in September. So pairs and teams will be working together. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Can't wait to see his skills in action.
Yeah, those who are watching from not Sweden, what is this Norrland thing? Because it gets mentioned so often, but I don't think a lot of people know. Is it like a state national, or like what is that competition?
So kind of. So this looks to be it's the first time that the Swedish Puzzle Association has organised a kind of a bigger competition outside the kind of Swedish nationals. So the setup is very much the same. So the same number of rounds, the same or mostly the same number of rounds. So individuals, pairs, teams. I think they've got the kids competition as well. But it's being held rather than down in Gothenburg. It's being held up not too far from where I am. So Norrland is the the kind of name for the northern part of Sweden. So it's kind of the Norrlands Championship. So I think it's really for them to get another event on the calendar, and maybe to move something towards more like I know they do in Canada, for example, where you have these regional championships, you have other events. It's not just the once a year Swedish championship. So yeah, it's really great to see them doing that, and really nice to see there's the applications coming in, and lots of people making their way up to the northern half of Sweden for that.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think it's important to have more like this, not local competitions, but around Sweden, more like these serious competitions as well. I mean, obviously we do have plenty of competitions, but I think that's a great idea. Sorry, I have to grab the cat because she was playing with my torture cable, and I was getting worried because it was in her mouth. Mm-hmm. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's also nice to have something in kind of a national or local competition in the autumn. So everything at the moment is very very heavily based around the spring. So for people who aren't going to the Worlds or European Championships, it's nice to have another focus throughout the year for people to look forward to.
Absolutely, and a lot of times people just get into one competition because it was like convenient for them, it was nearby, and then they get completely hooked. So it's almost like if you don't have that opportunity, then it makes a couple other years that you actually get hooked or realize how much you enjoy, for example, the competition environment.
Yeah, that's a really good point actually. Because you know, a lot of if you look at the people who go to Swedish nationals, it's very, you know, lots of people down in, you know, where Tobias and Freya are down in the kind of south, and you know, not so many people from further up north. So yeah, maybe we'll get you know, a new audience, lots of people in different places interested for the SM next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that something we
Okay,
can
what-
tempt you over to Sweden for again? Fancy a little trip to Sweden in September? Although, yeah, I guess it's I think it's 2 or 3 weeks before the Worlds, so you can see either as a good warm up, or maybe it's a bit too much traveling.
I mean, I could definitely come if I don't have anything else coming up on those days. Is it live stream? I can come as a commentator.
I would imagine it would be. I think
Yeah, I'll have to talk with David. No, but I know Sweden is like so nearby that that's not even a trip. It's like going into another city.
Yeah,
All
lots
right,
of
yeah.
work.
Interesting to see. Now we have more like finishing with the other parts as well over there,
Yeah, I think
Molly.
we've got a couple of people, Sylvia and Sally, working more on the blues, and then yeah, Marlin on that top section, filling in some of those gaps. But yep, still more than 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of pieces can go in 15 minutes for sure. Do you have any, what competitions you're still going other than the one in Sweden? And your own marathon, of course. You have to be present.
Yeah. I think that's the only. I think currently that's the only live one that I'm signed up for. Although, yeah, I was chatting briefly to Kotta earlier. She put on a competition in Linköping earlier in the year, and she's going to do another one in the autumn. So yeah, hopefully I'll get down to that. The first one was the same weekend as the Danish nationals, so I wasn't able to get to the first one. So hopefully I'll make it down for the one in the autumn, which will be great. Other than that, no, just really looking ahead to next year and thinking what I can fit in and what the priority is going to be for next year, and yeah, things that I didn't get to this year. Yeah. It's going to be another bumper puzzle travel year, I think.
Yeah, just increase and increase. I really like if you can actually combine something else with the travels. Like I know Cameron does that often. That goes to do his work as well. I try to do the same. So then it doesn't feel like, am I traveling like, too much for puzzles?
I think the Cannons one feels perfect for that, because yeah, it'd be great to take 2 or 3 weeks and do and yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's a great kind of excuse to travel to somewhere like Canada that I've kind of wanted to go to and would love to spend some time in, and yeah, to combine it with World Series would be it would be great fun, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we see another cat.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Just a brief visit.
Yeah.
How about you? Other than Worlds, is there anything else planned for the autumn?
I think there might be some marathons that I have committed to.
Oh, I think you're going to the German pairs marathon. I think I saw your name in the list for that. Yeah. That, actually, I'd forgotten about that, so I'll be there as well. So that should be a lot of fun.
How I can add my pair to it, but I'll figure it out. My German was. But I know I paid it. It's been confirmed. I just need to figure out how to use the system. So yeah, that one for sure. I'm actually considering going to the Europeans. So.
Have you seen any information about that in terms of how many people have signed up, or?
There is actually a participant list now on the website,
Oh, there is. Okay, I hadn't seen that.
so you can definitely check that out. It's good to notice that it shows like solos. It shows also pairs and teams. However, it only shows the person who registered the pair or team, so it doesn't show
Okay.
the whole participants of those. But assuming that everybody's at least participating the solo, you can kind of like do your math from that. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. I know, for example, Andreas, who's the president of the European committee, he's going. So maybe I will go.
hmm Is there a lot of people signed up?
Ooh, I don't remember.
No,
I just remember there was a list.
There's a list at least. At least
Yeah,
there's a
there's a
way
list.
to find out.
Yeah. When I was looking at the list, I wasn't sure if that collides with my other US trip that I have for later this year as well. So, but it doesn't. So now I need to reconsider.
I assume that's a non-puzzle. That's a work trip, is it? A non-puzzling. Well, at least at this point, it may turn into a like this one. It may turn into a puzzle trip later on.
Yeah, the other one is also like a work trip, purely nothing to do with puzzles. However, it seems like there's a lot of people also on the other coast, so most likely it will end up something similar like this trip. Which is actually quite nice. It was kind of like a surprise to me as well, because I didn't actually ask anyone to host me. Now sorry, I have to maybe, no, I have allergies. It was funny. What I posted was basically just, hey, can somebody puzzle with me before I have to fly back? Like, I have a couple extra hours after my event. And then I think I put something, I don't remember what was the sentence, but it was something like, like a woman can dream. So maybe if somebody lives nearby and wants to, like, it would be nice to have a place to stay. And yeah, that was apparently the magic. You need to have high hopes and dreams. Because then everybody was just like, oh, well, I would host you, but I'm in LA, or, oh, I could host you for those days. And so, yeah. And a lot of people also saying like, oh, I would host you, but I'm on the other coast. So it seems like there is definitely places to stay also on the New York side of places.
Nice. Marlin there down to the last few sand pieces. Sadly,
Yeah,
it
definitely.
looks like not too many sea pieces left to go. About just over 10 minutes left. So confident we'll get a few more finishes.
Yeah, not too many, just a few. And definitely different shapes. I'm always like zooming in, trying to see what's going on there. Is that the last one? Maybe that one?
There
Yes.
you go. Well done, Marlin. Congratulations.
Amazing.
Great work.
Super amazing. Yeah, definitely. I would love to try this puzzle out to see the brutality of the sea myself.
Do you think now that does it affect, like, if you hear something like that, or if you do a puzzle that you've heard people talk about and about how difficult it is, does it affect how you then approach it? Do you have that in your mind at all, or are you able to pretty much kind of ignore that and
I pretty much ignore that, and I think I'm pretty known for the mindset at this point that I like hard puzzles. Not necessarily because I think they're hard, but mainly for the factor that I know that if people think something is hard, it's actually something that also will impact their performance. But I do have to mention that before I joined social media back in the day, and I was doing these puzzles. So my first puzzles that I actually speed puzzled were Ludicrous Library, Red Panda, and some other of those type of, the one that it's more like Illustrator, and it has like a slots in it.
Oh yes, yeah.
Green and like 2 branches. So, and I actually really much, first of all, I really much love those puzzles. because nobody told me that they're hard and nobody likes them. So I think it definitely does impact if people say like, oh, we don't like this puzzle or this puzzle is hard. Because of course I can still also recognize now that if I see a puzzle and I have heard about it, whether it impacts my performance or what I think, at least I know the fact that how other people perceive it. And there is no way on earth I could say that I'm not biased. We're all biased. So of course that impacts more or less. So yeah, that's why I also started to use Puzzle Tracker. I'm trying to stay away from looking at other people's times. I'm still not really active on social media. I mean, I don't at least scroll. So I don't, for example, have too much opinions about the new national puzzles. And I think it has been refreshing because also when I do my own analysis at home, if I have two puzzles and I'm trying to estimate which one is faster for me, I can know that it's purely my analysis and it's not impacted by anything else because I haven't heard anybody else's. I haven't checked anybody's times on those. And I think that's important as well because it's also important to be able to analyze, but it's impossible to remove those factors if you already heard something else from somebody.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree. And it's I think holding on to that positive mindset. If you open something up in the competition and it's not what you want to see, or it's something you feel is going to be difficult, I can't remember if it was you or someone else, or trying to approach everything like it's your favourite puzzle in the whole world and the thing you're most happy to see, and trying to get into that mindset, I think is can be a massive help.
Yeah, and we definitely have almost like this like a myths in this puzzle community, which most classic example is those damn postcard puzzles. Statistically, they are still not the easiest puzzles there is. But I can understand from the point of view that some kind of like newbies who come into speed puzzling and they've heard this thing that, oh, postcards are the ones you're going to do your personal best. And then they don't. And then they actually feel like, oh, I'm not that good. So those things, of course, they impact in a way. And that's why I often recommend people who I can see that they kind of like their emotions or thoughts are coming more from the external factors. I just recommend them that like stop scrolling and stop looking at times just for a moment, just to see if there's actually a difference on how you feel and what you're thinking.
Yeah, no, that's very good advice. We've got just over 5 minutes to go. Sally with, I think we're going to see finish. Got maybe 20 pieces left. Sylvie looking good. Yeah, working on that C section. Linda there, a little way away, but yeah, again working at the bottom. But yeah, still 5 minutes to go. So hopefully we'll see a couple more finishes.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. We'll see. A little bit to go. I lost my phone already, but it's somewhere here. Let me grab it. Yeah, it's the US where you need the adapter, but I only took one, and I have so many devices, so trying to make sure everything is charged all the time. So then I can take pictures and videos of my puzzles.
So what was the one you did this morning? What did you choose?
Does it show or does it?
No, it's blurred out. Landscape of.
Let me see. Where do I need to put? If I lost my face, does it?
It's mainly focused on your shoulder. Is it like
okay, maybe if I go now, does it now show?
Yeah. Now we can see. Yeah.
I like to move.
So paint it. Landscape painting.
Yeah, and this is surprisingly, this is Ravensburger.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like
no, it doesn't at all. No.
So I think this is probably some local because it says Great Outdoors. So I have a feeling that it might be some kind of like a local series. I I mean, I'm not sure. I just think could be. But yeah, that's what I did. I was planning on doing 300 pieces. I was planning on doing 500, but then I was like, what if I'm too slow? Then I wanted to hurry up. So that's what I did. But it's crazy. Like you basically have access to somebody's puzzle collection for a week, and you just like try to do as many puzzles as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I and I kind of like gave up on the speed already. Like I don't really care for my speed right now because I realized, first of all, my back hurts. I'm either old or just a 9 months break was a little bit too much. So I'm purely just trying to do puzzles. Of course, I'm still like speeding, but I don't really, if it starts feeling, for example, my back hurts, I know it's distracting me already. I will just, as said, we were discussing earlier, I will just think about it like, I do need the volume because I have a long break. So everything is going like everything comes home or whatever I do, even if my time is good or bad.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great to see you. Great to see you enjoying it. I'm sure there were lots of people enjoying you seeing you get back into it and putting the videos out there and looking forward to your journey towards the World Championship. I know you're keen to retain that top 100 position.
Yeah, definitely. I'm literally, and I'm like, so some people may think this is not healthy, but this is not that big of a deal for me. But I'm pretty sure that if I feel like I will not keep my top 100 position, I will literally resign on the spot. I will like disqualify me, which I think a lot of people will think that this sounds so dramatic, but for me it's actually not that big deal. But I would just rather keep my top 100 spot in case I will no longer, like if I completely move into coaching next year.
Yeah.
No, it's not that important for me. Like I can come to Spain and then be like, nah, I'll just do the pass, our teams.
Okay, we've got about 1 minute to go, so every piece counts now. We get last few pieces in. I think it's going to be close between the three people we've got left.
Yeah, but this is definitely looking like a great puzzle. Probably not my favorite personally, but I would be interested in doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I remember, I did enjoy it. Although, yeah, I might have certainly slowed down a bit at the end. Certainly, it was certainly more of a challenge than maybe I expected. But it was, had a lot of fun with the top section. Okay, last few pieces.
One more piece.
See, Sally's lined up really nicely there, waiting to go in. Okay, and time up. So people still going. If you want to count up your pieces, and fantastic work, well done. Hopefully you'll be able to put the number remaining into the website. But let me know if you can't. Yeah, if not, just pop it in the chat and we'll add it in. But hopefully you should be able to do it in the on the web page.
Awesome, so close. Yeah, that's
great. Thank you, Sylvia. Well done. Oh, so close. 46 left. Sally, 38. Yeah, it was very close between you and Linda. Just counting up. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, Amelia. Thanks for being with us again, all the way from Los Angeles.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
And yeah, so it was very close. So yeah, the people who had a few pieces left, so we had 38, 41, and 46. So it really did come down to the last few pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. And now everybody has time to practice and do all the stuff, and then we come back with puzzle rushes in a month or so.
Absolutely, yeah. So start of August we'll be back and raring to go again.
Awesome.
Thanks
I'll see
everyone
you
for
then.
taking part. Yeah, thanks everyone for taking part. Thanks everyone on YouTube, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Ciao.